What's going on, guys? It's Picsoleated, and today we're reviewing the most vile, gang-infested, crack-related collab of this shoe game. It's the Pusha Eqt Support Ultra PK in the brown Bodega Babies colorway. Yes, that's a mouthful, so we're just gonna call these the Pusha EQTs. Now, if you know me personally, I'm a huge fan of Pusha, and I've been waiting to get some Pusha-infused kicks in my collection for the longest time. When these came around, and yes, it's been a while since they came around, they released on November 3rd, 2017. I loved them, I wanted to get them, but I still didn't think it was the right time. The price was too high and whatnot. However, a reason finally came along and I got them. We're also going to be discussing the recent events and happenings with the rapper, including his beef with Drake. I know, isn't that what we're all here for? Anyways, let's continue on. Feel free to like this video anytime during the video if you enjoyed it, and follow me on Insta for fire sneaker pics at Picsoleated. For those that don't know, Pusha T is an American rapper, infamously known for being one half of the group of brothers Clips, No Malice being the second half of that group, and also being Pusha's older brother. After releasing 3 albums together, No Malice was finally sick of the rap game and suddenly turned a new leaf. For whatever reasons, he left and decided he didn't want to pursue rap anymore. Thus, Pusha T's illustrious solo career was born. Pusha T went on to release multiple albums on his own. They were all great in my opinion. I very much enjoyed all of them. They didn't manage to get much mainstream recognition, but they were all successful in their own right with his own niche audience. With that being said, these shoes are absolutely insane. If you know about Pusha, you know that his raps are almost 90% wordplay and punchlines based in the drug verse. If that's a thing. Imagine an entire universe made of drugs. Anyways, what I mean is there are always double meanings and puns with drug references stitched into his work, and although I'm the furthest from anything related to drugs, I always enjoy the clever wordplay and his delivery is bar none. So of course, all Pusha's collab shoes have had a heavy drug theme to them. This is Pusha's 4th signature collection with Adidas. The first 2 were the classic EQT Support 93s. One was white, one was black. His third was the EQT Support Ultra, which was this exact same shoe but in gray. I personally think this is the best one. I own a pair of EQT Support 93s, and although I like the design better, the fit is just awkward. Even at half a size down, it feels too big and bulky, but you know if you go another half size down, it's just not going to fit. It's one of those. Regardless, that's why it's almost perfect that I was able to get my hands on this pair in this colorway, and I'll tell you how it was all possible. It's summertime, and while most of us are out here peeping the sun and enjoying the warm weather for the most part, what we have been neglecting is the fact that almost every store has put out their version of spring cleaning and put up a crazy spring sale. I've seen so many shoes go on sale on so many sites in the last 2 weeks, plenty of steals that I couldn't be bothered to recall now, but luckily this one was in person. A friend of mine noticed the Pusha EQT sitting at the Adidas outlet. I mean, let's be honest, these aren't anyone's grails or anything, so yes, they're gonna be sitting for a bit. I know that. They were sitting there for 179 Canadian, fam. That's around 135 US dollars. Now, even that's not enough for me to go out and say, wow, these are a steal and go buy them immediately, but they had a friends and family sale going on that took off another 40% from said price, which means I ended up paying 108 Canadian dollars, aka 83 US dollars for these babies right here. Or should I say these Bodega babies? Sorry. But if that's not a steal, I don't know what is. I mean, I guess $50 would have been a steal too, but that's beside the point. At that price, I had to EQT support Pusha's collab and have them on my feet. Moral of the story, check your favorite sneaker shops for spring sales right now. On top of that, it's almost a perfect time to get these shoes. Pusha's album Daytona just dropped the other week, and it's most likely his best solo album to date, at least in my opinion, and we're in the midst of, or potentially near the end of his beef with Drake, so let's talk about it. We know Drake came at him hard after his diss to him on his album, but literally nobody saw Pusha's response coming. It was straight darkness and just ripped Drake's insides to shreds. Drake thought Pusha was another Meek Mill who couldn't destroy him lyrically, who couldn't even put a candle to him lyrically, but Pusha proved otherwise. His story of Adidas diss was so harsh, it made me go out and look for these shoes again. Okay, I'm just kidding, but not really, but kind of. Some people are still divided on the matter, I don't know why. Some Drake stans will defend him to the end, but what did you guys think? Who won the beef, Drake or Pusha? Let me know in the comments. Onto the materials for the shoe, we get a lot of upgraded materials. The upper of this shoe consists of several materials, but the 2 main ones are prime knit and leather. If you don't know the history of the Adidas EQT, the conception of the shoe pretty much came from a mix of that shoe with the Ultra Boost. In other words, a mix of the past and the future. The original EQT support was this big bulky leathery shoe and first released in 93 or 91 if we're talking about the entire EQT line in general, while the Ultra Boost is this sleek modern runner made of lightweight prime knit and Ultra Boost cushioning tech. The EQT Support Ultra comes from a fusion of these two shoes. The EQT designed upper reimagined with the high-tech breathable prime knit infused with that oh so comfortable Boost tech. There was a previous version of this that kept the upper all leathery and bulky, but it really wasn't that great to wear. My heel would always slip off the ankle, so I had to let that one go. But I digress. So back to the materials. The upper is this brown colorway, although in several shades. The majority of the upper is made of a layer of lightweight, breathable prime knit. We have multiple patterns and shades on the medial and lateral sides of this varying heathering pattern, with multiple shades of brown. On the upper heel, you see a tighter knit and a portion of the heathered knit, both in different shades of brown. The ankle collar has that familiar knit collar pattern you'll see on NMD R1s or prime knit NMDs, with alternating shades along the rim. The toe box has a more breathable knit pattern, while the mudguard or toe cap has a tighter, more solid knit. It's also reinforced by a bit of plastic underneath the shoe. However, I should mention it's not noticeable or uncomfortable at all, so get that thought out of your heads right away. This shoe is really comfortable. Then we have the 3 stripes made of what I think might be some form of reinforced mesh. They also form the eyelets for the laces to run through, so they're a very important part of the shoe, guys. They ain't just here for the design. The laces themselves are a unique shade of brown once again. They're a slightly redder hue than the prime knit. What I really like about this shoe are the subtle details. You have these lace locks on the shoe that have King Push branding to let you know these are the rapper's shoes, in case you forgot why you bought them. The shoes did come with extra laces. They're another pair of brown laces, and at first I thought they were the same color as the original laces in the shoe, but upon closer inspection you notice that they're a different shade of brown that you see on most of the shoe. I really wouldn't have been able to tell if I didn't compare them right next to each other. Finally, we have the most prominent and important aspect of the shoe. It's the fish scale pattern leather panels that make up the vamp area and the heel counter of the shoe. If you're not in the drug game, and I'm pretty sure most of us aren't, hopefully, this deep textured carp leather pattern is in reference to the term fish scale, which is a slang term for high quality cocaine. Hence the drug verse reference. The bottom of the shoe comprises of the infamous Ultra Boost midsole. Not much to say here. It has Boost tech, super comfy, and of course the Continental rubber outsole in all white with a milky torsion bar, meaning your first wear is just as bad as your last wear. These aren't gonna stay clean no matter what, fam. But that tech good though. The shoe has a removable insole that is all gold, or brown rather, with a red tab. I'm not sure what the red tab is for. If anyone knows, leave it in the comments. When you look at the bottom, you notice that there are a bunch of holes in it as well. I don't really see any purpose for this other than making the shoe a little more breathable. As for comfort, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised. Usually with knit shoes, even with the Ultra Boost, you don't get much support coming from the upper. The cushioning, the comfort from walking is there. The Boost midsole got that covered with flying colors. But with pretty much any knit upper shoe from Adidas, aside from the Ultra Boost 1.0, I have not got that nice supportive feeling. Not even with knit shoes from other brands actually. It always felt like it was lacking in some way. My foot would slide too much give in the toe box area, etc. With these, I have absolutely none of those issues. It might be in part because of the seamless lace cage, but it's very likely also because of the reinforced heel area of the shoe and the carp leather panels around the shoe creating a reinforcement of their own. It makes me wonder why they don't provide reinforcement like these in their other knit shoes. The prime knit is soft against your foot and is super breathable. This really is the perfect summer shoe for me. For sizing, I went half a size down, and they're a nice snug fit at half a size down. I could potentially have gone true to size and would most likely recommend half up to anyone that wants to wear super thick socks or plans to wear these with wool socks on colder days, as you will have the option to do so. With half down, they fit fine for me with normal socks, and I'm a wide foot. Hashtag duck feet gang, where you at? Let's see you in the comments. One thing that bothers me, and this is with most knit shoes, is that my big toe always seems to very subtly stick out in them, and so with these, when I went true to size, I could see it pop up in the middle of the toe box because it was too long, but because I went half a size down, it sticks up a little closer to the front of the shoe, so I think that's a little more reasonable than the previous and doesn't look as bad, hence the reason I went half a size down. My only real gripe with this shoe is the sock collar. Don't get me wrong, the shoe itself is amazing, the sock collar does its job, but I've had a gross hatred for sock collars on shoes lately, and it's for one main reason. I can't wear normal pants with them. They straight up look horrible with normal pants. I don't care what anyone says. If you're not wearing shorts, joggers, pin rolling your pants, or anything that stops before getting to your ankle, not just these, but any sock collar shoe just looks hideous. There, I'm out with it. I said it, and so I will most likely forever detest the sock collar from this point onwards. But aside from that, these shoes are bonkers. The whole Bodega baby concept, the shoe coming in a brown paper bag, the cool but unexpected Pyrex measuring lines on the tissue paper, the presentation and packaging is consistent and on point. The comfort is great and the shoe looks great in this hard beige colorway. For those wondering if this is a great buy or not, I'd recommend looking for a good sale and snagging these up. Any Pusha T fan would enjoy these and get great life out of these for a steal price. And if you're not a Pusha T fan, you could get a quality shoe for a great price. It's a win-win. I think these shoes are absolutely stunning. What did you guys think about the shoe? Did Adidas do Pusha T justice, or should Pusha sip his tea somewhere else? Let me know in the comments. Catch you later. Picsoleated is selling drugs. Not really.